y'all? Waiver Boys here with y'all this week. Coach.
Low C.
Rado here with y'all.
All right. Hope everybody having a good one. We're going to start this week off with the hot news of the week. First thing on the board, Patty Mahomes. G, you want to talk on that?
And he got paid, man. He got that half a billion, man. You can't ever go wrong when sitting starting with that.
Yeah,
half
a
million
billion.
dollar man.
$500
Billy
million.
with the B.
Yeah, man.
Get that B right, man. But yeah, $500 million, man. Like I was saying, man, he said.
If y'all didn't hear, Pat Mahomes, quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs, aka Super Bowl MVP, got a $503 million deal over the next 10 years, man. That's groundbreaking, man.
I don't think that ever happened in the NFL.
It hasn't happened before.
No, sir, man. You never. I don't know, but Kansas City, they love him. You gotta take care of who you got. So
his deal is the first of its kind. He is actually going to be taking at least a certain percentage of the salary cap every year, no matter what the salary cap is. He's just going to be locked in to save.
yeah, basically 100 million.
Say he's getting 20% of the cap. If the cap goes up a lot, he's still getting 20% of that cap. So man, he's said this is the first time I've seen a contract done like this. Structured very nice. They have taken care of that man. He's gonna be there for a long time. It's kind of gonna be hard to cut him too because he's just making so much.
Yeah, man.
There'll be a lot of dead money on your cap if you cut him. Funny thing is, he's gonna be 34 years old when this contract's done.
Damn,
just in time to get another payday.
2031. That's gonna be in 2031.
I don't know what kind of job y'all got, man, but I'll take whatever job you want me to have, man, to make $500 million over the next 10. Straight the fuck.
Should have been throwing that ball a little bit more when I was a kid. Yeah, back to our other news though, man. Cam Newton finally signed. You think he's gonna be starting next year?
I think if he ain't started by game 3, either he gonna be starting game 3, he can start from when the season starts, A or B. That's
a complex playbook.
I think they're gonna start him.
I think get the playbook down.
I think Belichick's a damn fool if he's out there trying to not use the system around Cam Newton instead of putting Cam Newton in the system. I think you didn't get him for that.
Smart coaches usually do that.
Yeah, man.
And Billy's a smart coach, so I'm pretty sure he'll if he has to, he'll dumb it down a little bit.
You should, man.
Mm-hmm. How about the Patriots? Patriots skill position players? Are you moving them up at all?
Not really. White, Edelman, Michelle, I'm keeping them pretty much with the same spot where they are. Yeah. I don't think none of the running backs for the Patriots cracked our top 25 list.
There's one guy I'm getting though late, Damian Harris.
Oh my God.
I'm taking him late every draft this year.
Already, dude.
He was the Patriots' third-round pick last year. He had like 5 touches last year, but I don't think Sony's going to be that guy this year.
Oh.
He's coming off foot surgery. It's going to be a shortened year because of this corona.
He's had a lot of bad. I think want to say the last year.
He's gotten hurt.
Last year on fantasy, he let a lot of people down.
He's letting people down a lot. I've kind of been on the Sony train, but I think I'm jumping ship, hopping aboard the Damian Harris train. I think Damian Harris is going to be worth that late round flyer, and if he booms, man.
Me personally, you can take that chance if you want to, but 5 touches, that's not doing nothing for me. Like
he was a rookie last year in a crowded backfield.
I don't.
Again, this year I think Burkhead will be cut, but I think Burkhead will be cut. Sony may not be ready for the beginning of the year, and plus you're going to want to see what you got in that guy. You spent a 3rd-round pick on him. Plus he played at Alabama. He has the pedigree. So I think he's going to be a guy that you may want to be looking at later on in those drafts because there's a lot of junk out there towards the end of the draft, and you can just pick him up, see what happens. If he gets a nice role, keep him. If not, just cut him.
You're always looking for them late round gems. If that's the man you want to roll with, roll with him.
And then plus with Cam Newton there will be a running back on that team that gets a great deal of work, and it's going to be really good for fantasy. So you kind of want to identify that guy early and get him for cheap.
Straight up.
And I think he might be one of those guys. Another guy I like a lot is N'Keal Harry.
Oh,
he was another rookie last year. He's a big body receiver. Cam Newton loves those big body receivers. It's his 2nd year in the league. I think he's going to have he's going to be another guy you can get for damn near free. might as well roll them dice and try it out. You know, you may have a diamond in the rough right there.
I think any of those dudes you take them after the 10th round and
Well,
you
you
taking a shot
take
on
them
them.
late. You know, I'm just talking. These are dart throws, but these dart throws have a chance to be really
The
something.
Patriots offense is, known for clicking, you know what I'm saying? So, like, it's always good to have a Patriot on your damn team.
Exactly.
Mm.
You got two young Patriots that people don't really know about yet. So, if you get in on them early, you could probably flip them later on for something nice, and they might boom for you.
Already. Moving along. That boy Raheem Mostert, running back for San Fran. Boy talking about he demanding a trade, man.
He wants to get
Oh.
paid. That's all it is, man.
Tripping.
He just wants to get paid.
Y'all taking that boy at all, or where you taking him? I mean, if you take him at all.
Man, I ain't
He's
gonna lie. I
still
would
in
take
fifth.
him. I would take him early.
How early?
Fourth on the first round.
That's about right. That's kind of.
I don't know his ADP.
And he's demanding, he's demanding
Gotta
a
know
trade.
that ADP, Yellow. You
Yes,
need to
sir.
learn that this year.
Yes, sir.
Get that ADP right, man.
But yeah,
Know their worth.
the man only had one good year, and that was last year. He's been in the league.
Last year was the first time he's actually gotten a chance to play, though.
Still, man. I
That
mean,
sucks.
to be the man of the trade, I understand, everybody want to get paid. I can't knock a man trying to get
He's
his
a
money.
starting running back in the league that's making the minimum. I can't blame the guy for wanting to get his money,
No, especially with that position. You have a very limited, shelf life in that position.
Mm.
He can go out there on practice one day and get hurt, and then that's it.
You're
That's
running,
just the
you're
way of the
running the
game.
man for a living, dog. So, like, you get your money, man. But as far as fantasy goes, yeah, I wouldn't take him, 5th round. That's at the earliest. And I might skip over
He's the San Fran RB1 right now. And San Fran loves running that ball.
right
Yeah.
now. But you seen what happened last year.
They're not going to trust old buddy. They're not going to trust Garoppolo. That's going to be a run
Jimmy
first
G.
offense.
That's horrible, man. I feel bad you can't trust that super quarterback you got over there, man.
Huh? Hey, that's super.
No, because he only
I'm
running.
saying super quarterback as far as like how they value them. You know what I'm saying? Like to them, he's
That's
to
their
them
fault.
to them he's a
Honestly,
super quarterback.
Honestly, they got him at a pretty good deal,
They did, but they thought he was gonna be a lot more than what he was. Like the world thought he was gonna be a lot more than what he was.
He's a competent starting quarterback, and he took him to the Super Bowl last year.
No,
So that guy,
that team
that team,
took him to the Super Bowl.
he ain't fuck it up. He got him to the Super Bowl.
That shit was scary to watch, though.
He could have thrown
That
a
shit
couple
was fear.
picks.
That shit was fear.
Yeah, but hey, he still got there.
Straight up.
He was there. How about Damian Williams or Melvin Gordon? There's a big gap in these guys' ADP. Damian Williams right now is being drafted in like the 10th round right now. I don't even know why that's happening. And Melvin is going in like the 4th or 5th round. Who would you rather have on your team this year?
Both.
I'm gonna have to say Damian Williams because he deserved the MVP
He
in the
didn't
Super
deserve
Bowl.
the MVP,
Yes, he
man.
did. In my
They
opinion,
wouldn't have won that game if Patrick
he showed
Mahomes
up.
wasn't on the
Tyreek Hill
field.
did not show up. So
Who showed up though?
Damian Williams,
And
Patty.
Mahomes,
Wow.
the guy that just got $500 million. Yeah, that guy.
You know how it
that
is.
guy. Yeah, they wouldn't have won that game if it wasn't for Patrick Mahomes.
He had two.
He had a good game, but they wouldn't have won that game. If
He had
Pat
two
Mahomes-
interceptions. So did Jimmy G. So it was right there. The game was a lot difficult than
Yeah,
y'all.
but
Are you
three
trying to say
touchdowns.
that Jimmy Garoppolo and Pat Mahomes
are on
played
the
an
same
even game?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. They did play an even game.
Jesus.
You know,
So
the points weren't off. The points weren't all the way off. They didn't lose by
What
that
game
much.
were you watching, sir?
I wasn't watching the Texas game when they did
I know
25-50.
nobody was watching the Texans. Well, man, Pat,
That
he
was
kind
good.
of balled off that game too.
I know you were watching the Rams playing the playoffs.
Yeah,
so we
Rams
weren't
were on
watching.
their fucking
that
ass.
was
G.
2 seasons ago.
G, who you feeling?
I don't want to take Melvin in the 4th because he's in a timeshare. I would gladly take Damian Williams in the 8th round because I think you're going to get 4 or 5 weeks of him having the #1 job there. It's going to take a couple weeks for Clyde Edwards to get that, just pass blocking and all that down. And I would gladly take Damian Williams in my flex for those
Flex
first 5
spot.
weeks.
Oh, for your flex spot.
Yes, that's going to be it. I honestly don't think he's going to be in the 9th round once we get towards draft season. He's going to start creeping up boards. He's going to be like
He's
5th,
taking-
6th round.
taking
I
for
think he's
good.
still going to be a good value at that point.
I like that.
I think it depends on when boys take Edward Hilaire and how jumpy boys get.
Edwards-Helaire is gonna be gone by the third.
No, he gonna be gone by the third, but I'm saying like if somebody
It's
gonna
gonna
be
be
that,
that hype.
if somebody gonna be that, somebody gonna be that jumpy person. Like, oh,
It's
I
gonna
missed
be
out on
that
Edwards
hype.
Helaire.
He's gonna
Let me
early,
go and
man.
get Damian Williams ahead of time, like rounds ahead of time. Like I think it's gonna be some jumpy motherfuckers who pull that trigger early.
You're kind of hurting yourself though if you take Clyde Edwards early and then you backdoor and take Damian Williams in the 6th round. You're kind of hamstringing your team. I know you're getting one of the best backfields in football, but kind of paying a lot.
Got to be more strategic.
100% off subject. Yeah, that's something real bad to do. If you get one, if a team is a split committee when it comes to the running backs, something that's bad to do is pick up both of them. Because if one shine, you pick up another dude.
Situations.
In certain situations, yeah, but for the most part,
when you have the Chiefs backfield though, that's like you're getting guaranteed work. That's going to be one of the best. You're securing that backfield is not a bad gamble.
it's an insurance policy, yeah.
If
But,
you're running back one and running back two,
but not if you get
Gucci.
one in the third and the next one in the
You
fourth.
got 2 slots that
I'm
are
not saying the
good.
3rd and 4th, but I'm saying if you get them in like the 3rd and the 6th or the 7th, that's kind of early. But that's still KC's backfield. It's not like getting the Jaguars backfield or anything like that. That's still the Chiefs backfield. They have been known to produce high like.
Now, if you got you a Chief, you in good, you in good business.
But yeah, that's really the only time I would really do it. That's rare circumstances. You know, you kind of want to just diversify your bets. You know, you don't really want to have too much on one team.
One team, yes sir.
Because man, if they have a bad week, you're gonna lose that week.
Yeah, man.
So you know, you kind of want to.
Kansas City gonna shine.
And I'm agree with y'all boys. I would also take Damian Williams. I like Melvin Gordon a little bit more in real life. However, where he's going a lot higher than Damian Williams.
He's going higher than.
He's playing on the Broncos, so
the 4th round.
That's gonna be a little roll of the
dice. He's going around before Le'Veon Bell, like in that area. You know
before
what I'm saying?
Bell, yeah, that's true.
He's going in the Gurley
Jets
Bell area.
Yeah.
But yeah, that like for me.
Who would you rather have? Gurley, Bell, or Melvin? Who would you rather?
Melvin. Melvin's good to go. He's been resting for a whole year.
Ooh.
He's been resting for a whole year, man. And
I had Todd Gurley last year, and he got me 10 to 12 touchdowns.
In the 4th, in the middle of the 4th round, all 3 of these running backs are staring at you. Who do you want? In the middle of the 4th.
I don't think I'm taking any of them in the 4th. I would take them in the 5th or the 6th, maybe, if they still do.
They're not going to be there. None of them will be there in the 6th round.
probably Gurley will.
Maybe they'll be there in the 4th.
Gurley ain't going. I promise you, none of these.
I said the 4th or the 5th, but out of
won them
them,
last year.
name the dudes again. I heard Gurley and who else?
Gurley, Bell, and Gordon.
Gurley's the last to go.
The one I would not want is
Gurley.
Bell.
Bell.
Bell is guaranteed touches, though. He's guaranteed.
He's guaranteed touches, but
he's
goddamn,
guaranteed the more work out of all 3 of them.
He's guaranteed the most work, but that's like a shitty team. You know
I'm
what I'm
saying? But if you get him in the 3rd, 4th, again, volume.
Look what he did last year. You can say that, but like
he was a steady 10 to 12 points a week.
he wasn't the Le'Veon Bell that you
because he had a shitty line. He's like.
He's playing on.
I honestly think that team.
People, he's playing on the shitty Jets. He's not with Big Ben no more. This is a whole different demographic. And you got Sam Darnold. Come on, man. I ain't gonna say nothing much.
I just think the other 2 organizations have a better chance of getting more points.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I trust their systems a lot more, even though it's a split.
If you're on the Broncos, Melvin Gordon's been rested up for a whole fucking year, man. That's a lot.
Melvin?
It'll be Melvin or Gurley, but
so you're saying
I'll take Melvin. Melvin's fired up. He's been ready.
Broncos.
We've been waiting for that whole almost 2 years
Jets.
now.
I think he has. I think he has a better upside for his value. I think one is safe, but I'm trying to boom sometimes. Like I gotta roll the dice on somebody, and I'd rather roll the dice on Melvin Gordon than I would.
Melvin will have more boom.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know, but Gurley, man, Gurley might
Gurley's
come out
knees-
this year.
Gurley- his knee held up.
I would take
He's
them
hurt.
2 over Bell.
Something's wrong with his knee.
So
He has
Bell will be the
arthritis.
last.
They said he
Bell
tore
will be-
his knee.
If I'm
Bell
rolling,
is getting the most work out of all 3 of them.
Nah.
who's out there competing with Gurley?
Nobody. I'm just saying, but
Gurley's out of there. He ain't
he's
gonna
not
get
gonna
back.
get 30 touches a game. Them days is done.
They got Julio and they got Calvin Ridley. If they can get that clicking out there with the former
If
MVP
they
Matty
gave
Ice,
Gurley 30 touches a game, he won't
He'd be
make
dead.
it.
I
He'll be
understand what you're
dead.
saying.
That's not happening.
once again, I think I'm
Right.
taking the boom factor over those 2 dudes. That's what I'm running with.
I already know what it is.
You?
I wouldn't pick Gurley. His knee is unpredictable.
If I'm staring at them
It's
in
been
the
fucked
fourth
up. His
round-
knee's been fucked up since he was on the Rams, people. This is why they let go of those type of players, because if if his knee cannot hold up for so many games, it's done. They're only giving him so many minutes on the Falcons.
And your shitty Rams signed him.
Nah,
But,
he's done. He's
what do you
gone
call it?
already.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about that. Rams got the rookies.
Man, they cut him, but man, like the Rams are still paying him.
No,
Man,
yeah,
it does matter, man. They got that dead cap, that dead weight.
cap, yes sir. I know.
That dead weight. If it was me, I would take Bill. I would only take Bill though if he was my third running back. If he was my flex. If I had Bill as my flex, I'll be quite content with that.
How was you feeling if Bell was your second RB?
Honestly, I'd be
I
okay
wouldn't
with
take
that.
it.
If I had a,
You
I'm
better
not
have
high
some
on Bell.
damn
I am
good
not high on
other
Bell.
2 picks before him.
Bell's gonna get
His
you
stock,
that
Bell's
solid
stock
work.
is not there.
He's
the
gonna
way I
get you
see it.
25 touches a game. He ain't
Alright.
gonna be booming, but he's just gonna be that steady. He's gonna be
He's
steady.
gonna be
Eddie.
that Frank Gore of old.
He ain't gonna be. He's gonna be better than Frank Gore, man. Come on.
I'm saying
Bill.
with the steadiness.
I think he's gonna be better than Frank Gore. He's gonna be good. I think he's gonna have a bounce back here this year, and getting him in the 4th round, that's a solid value. But yeah, then again, the other 2 guys are really good, but again, Todd Gurley just them knees, man.
Yeah, so
I don't know
arthritis,
about
and
that
he tore a muscle in his knee or whatever, and then and he has a damn arthritis.
RB's a tough position. It's a short shelf life. This time it came and gone, but who knows? But if it was me, if I was staring at all 3 of them, I love Melvin, but I would probably
I'll take Melvin.
Bill
He's been off
before all
for
3 of
almost
them.
2 seasons damn
Alright.
near. One, I mean, I would say 2 seasons because this season is so much.
Because Bill is the
Rest.
clear cut. He's the clear
Yeah,
cut. He's gonna get
the job belongs to him, and he ain't sharing the money with nobody.
nobody.
And I guess that's how I feel about Gurley as well. I just feel like they have a better offense and a
I
better
don't
run
think Gurley can
organization.
do that though.
Nah,
That's the whole thing with Gurley. Gurley gonna get about max 20 touches a game, and I think that's might be
average.
pushing
His
it.
average, basically.
He was getting like 35.
But he
was
made
getting
it
like,
work last year, is what I'm saying. Like, even though people can hate on him, he wasn't the Todd Gurley you knew. He was a productive running
People
back
hated
last
him
year.
because they drafted him in the 2nd. But getting him in the 4th round at that, you get Todd Gurley last year in the 4th round, you're gonna be happy.
I think he had like almost 1,000-yard season and 10 touchdowns last year. So like,
He had a good
what,
season,
so
but
where
he
you got him?
wasn't a 2nd round pick though.
Ain't wasn't no 2nd round pick.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. I think he'll at 4th.
and I
You
think
get a damn good
this year's
value.
gonna be
What I'm
even
saying.
worse. Again, we're gonna see.
Definitely. But moving along, y'all. So with the running back show, so here's our consensus top 25 running back list. LO, you want to start this off for us?
Yes, sir. We got David Singletary.
No.
Devin Singletary.
Devin Singletary, yeah.
This is
We're going
actually my
backwards,
guy.
right? Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Devin Singletary, my keeper for next year. I think he's gonna have a good year. Honestly, don't think Zach Moss is gonna be that much of a problem for him. He's gonna be a very nice player to have on your team. You're gonna be able to get him in like the 5th, 6th round. You're gonna be very happy to have him. Last year he had 150 touches for 775 yards with 2 touchdowns. He had 29 catches for 194 yards and 2 touchdowns. I honestly think his receiving work is going to go up this year. He might be flirting around 40 catches, and I think he's going to have over 200 touches.
Already.
So, man, I think getting him in the 5th, 6th round, you're going to be very happy with that because I think he's going to take over that backfield. And they have Stephon Diggs now to take off. You can't just put everybody in the box now and watch out for Josh Allen. Is that Josh Allen? Yeah. Josh Allen. And there's it's like 3 Allens in the league, man. It's kind of hard to keep track.
So on the Bills, they did a damn good trade for
Yeah, the Bills got that perimeter threat, so that's gonna open
They
up
went
that
and got
running
that.
game. So I like
They went and did that trade for
Singletary.
Diggs, man.
I like Devin a lot this year. So going to get him in that 5th, 6th round. He may even slip to the 7th round. You get him there, it's an absolute steal.
Hell yeah.
Moving along to our number 24 guy. Who y'all got next?
That boy Raheem Mostert. We talked about him a little bit earlier, so we ain't gonna stay too long on him. He had his first good year last year. He had 8 touchdowns last year. He's playing for a run-heavy team, so at 24, that's a pretty good spot.
Would you rather have him or Tevin Coleman?
Oh God.
Tevin Coleman is like being drafted with like one of the last picks this year.
Oh yeah, he's
Breida is out the
he
equation.
ain't on our 25.
He ain't on our 25, but you can get him for almost free.
I double back and get him, but I'm going with the good man. I'm not taking
Where would you take Raheem Mostert?
Right there, 24.
No, I'm saying
Oh,
what round?
what round?
What round will you start looking at him?
Gotta be early in the
He's not gonna be there for me because I know boy can take him in the 5th. So I would want
He
to take him
gonna
later.
make the
But that's what I'm saying. So like I wouldn't. He ain't gonna be on my radar. It would have to be like all the running backs somehow are gone right there, and then Raheem Mostert, the last man standing at me like, hey man, what you gonna do?
He
And
must
nobody
want
else.
to get paid, man.
I know everybody want to get paid.
Yeah, but he gotta. Man, he's in a good position to get paid.
Right about that, man. But once again, I don't think he ain't on my radar like that. Like when he got to literally fall to me.
Yeah.
It has to be like, oh, I need a running back, and he's
Again, Raheem Mostert. If I got a receiver and 2 good running backs, and if I'm looking at Raheem Mostert in that 4th, 5th round, I'm like, and have him as my flex, have Mostert as my flex, I'd be kind of happy.
Maybe
having a starting running back as your flex
every
is not
other
bad.
couple weekends.
That's
A
always
San
a
Fran
plus.
running back that they love to run that ball. They love it.
San Fran, yes.
And that's
sir.
their number
They
one.
can't throw.
So
Yeah.
Jimmy
got
G
him.
ain't known for throwing. He's known for passing. He gonna
What?
They gonna run that ball. He ain't known for passing.
Jimmy G ain't known for throwing, but he's known for
The truth comes out. The truth comes out.
Yes, it does. Well, hello, man. He
It
ain't
is
even
the
that
truth.
knowledge,
This is
man.
why they didn't win the Super Bowl, man.
Anyway, moving on.
He loves sunshine, but he hates sunny days. Like a fucking riddle. A riddler.
The riddler of this
No,
shit.
George
Moving
Kittle.
along,
That
number
Kittle
23
was-
on our list, Mr. DeAndre Swift. Y'all want to speak on him?
He plays for the Lions, ain't much to say.
Ooh, that's no look.
They got a shitty defense. They ain't gonna be able to throw the ball too much. You may get a lot of pass work, but they still got Kerryon Johnson there. He's gonna want to get his money. I would not draft DeAndre Swift early in redraft leagues. In a dynasty league, I'll take him, of course. But
Way
Just to see
deep,
what he got.
way deep in the rounds. You don't want to waste a slot.
DeAndre Swift, he's going like 7th round, somewhere around there. But I don't want him. I'd rather get my tight end at that time. You know.
Oh,
I honestly want to see what he does first. You know, it's kind of one of them guys you just gotta kind of wait and see. If he booms, I'll be glad to miss on him.
Already.
I'll just get him next year. You know, but I gotta see.
I need
Plus-
that proof in that pudding.
I need some proof, man, because again, he's playing for the Lions and they got a bad team over there.
Always.
Mm-hmm. They ran off two all-pro talents.
That's what they do.
It's made him retire.
ran them off. Used
It's
up.
made him retire, man. That's kind of a
Y'all
shit.
suck so bad, we're going to retire on you. We can't even play you no more.
We gonna retire while we still getting $1 million.
And they prime.
That's how they. That's kind of what playing for the Lions does to you.
Alright, number 22 on the list, y'all.
Kareem.
How y'all boys feel about the
Kareem
good
the
man
Dream.
Kareem Hunt?
Man, I wish he would have played more last season,
But he
but
wanna
due
kick
to the
bitches.
circumstances that he
He wanna-
happened, I'm not gonna speak on that because I don't care.
He thought he was a kicker. He thought he was a kicker last year. He may have had like a left of that CT.
Kareem Hunt was out there beating bitches on camera. Shit was fucked up. So yeah, he got suspended for a little while, but
Suspended for 11 games, but came back with 824 yards, man.
had 824
Balled out.
yards in only 11 games while he was splitting the backfield with Nick Chubb. That's
He
balling.
missed 11 games last year.
Oh, he missed 11.
He didn't play 2019.
He
That's
ain't come back till
2018.
week 12.
He was gone for 11 games.
He ain't
That's
come
right.
I don't think he played too many games. 2018.
That's even better. That's even crazier. That's over 100 yards a game.
And what's it, 7 games?
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, wait.
5 games.
He played 2
Week
years.
16, 7
That'd be
games.
5
2
games.
years ago
That's
he
5
played.
games.
This year he didn't get to play too much.
Oh. Hey, Kareem Hunt is that guy on this list that if you can get him in the 6th round, he's the best handcuff in fantasy football because he has standalone value. And if anything happens to Nick Chubb, you have a league winner because he's going to take over that workload. He's going to be getting like 100 yards a game,
He ready for that work.
5 catches.
He ain't hurt or nothing like that. He was just suspended. So like he's sharing the backfield and he's still balling. You give him the rock by itself.
He's an elite handcuff.
You have a 1st round running back and a 7th round or however long, whatever
And then,
run
like
you
I was
get.
saying, he has standalone value. Even with Nick Chubb in the lineup, he's the 3rd best receiver they got. That may change a little bit this year with the addition of Austin Hooper. But, again, that's still Kareem Hunt. He got a lot of talent over there. So, get him at 22. Get him in the 5th, 6th round,
Won't be disappointed.
you'll be pretty happy with that. Moving along to our number 21 running back, it's Mark Ingram the second. What you got to say about him, Melo?
Mark Ingram, he had 202 attempts, 1,018 yards, and 5.1 average, 10 touchdowns, and 26 receiving.
26 catches on 10 touchdowns. He had a great year last year.
Mm-hmm.
It's his first
The
year being
Ravens.
the guy. It's his first year in his career being the guy.
Wow. How y'all feel about that? His transition from when he went to the Saints to the Ravens.
Honestly, I think
That
he's about
moves
to
your
lose his
stock
job.
way up. That moves your stock way up. I don't care what they say. Man, that moves your stock and your value all the way up.
You
All
think
the
J.K.
draft.
Dobbins about to come in and
No,
straight take that man work?
By like week 8.
What you say about
By
that?
week 8, that's gonna be a complete timeshare. He's on
Timeshare.
J.K. Dobbins is gonna do what Alvin Kamara did to Mark Ingram back in New Orleans. He's gonna clearly take
Big
over.
trust. Woo, woo.
He's gonna take over that backfield, and Mark Ingram's gonna be the change of pace guy. He's still gonna be solid because the Ravens want to run that ball. They're one of the best running teams in the NFL.
Mm.
And Mark Ingram is going to get plenty of work. I just think he's not going to be the guy towards the end of the season. I think that's going to go to Jake.
I love Dobbins in college. It's one of the few running backs I get.
Dobbins is
did
a
get to
first round
see.
talent.
And like, yeah, man, like that boy is the truth. So like,
Yeah.
if they can give him the reins and he can learn that offense, yeah, man, he gonna be a problem.
The GM of the Ravens was saying in the draft that J.K. Dobbins was a first round talent. They were looking at him in the second. They said they could not pass him up in the
Wow.
second round because he had a first round grade. So that just speaks highly of that man.
Yeah,
So
man.
he is the future of that team. I honestly, in like dynasty leagues, I would be taking him very high. In keeper leagues, I'll be trying my damnedest
To get him.
to make him a keeper on my team because he's going to be a baller. I think if he can stay healthy, that's the big key. He stays healthy, he's going to have that backfield to himself in a couple years.
Yes, sir. Move it along on our list.
And he will be a first round pick too.
100%.
He will be a first
The
round
Ravens,
pick.
the Ravens, young running back. Oh God.
Yeah.
So you would take Markham over Thomas all day?
Huh?
Mark Ingram over Thomas all day?
Michael Thomas?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck no.
No?
What are you talking about?
No,
He
I
said-
said, would he take Mark Ingram over Thomas all day?
I would take Ingram in like the 4th, 5th round. I'll take Thomas back into the 1st.
Breaking for nice. I like that.
Moving along, y'all. The good man, number 20, Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor, this guy here, again, another guy that's getting drafted way too early this year. Marlon Mack is declared number 1. It's gonna be a running back by committee.
He loves that. He loves them Colts, man.
Colts got a good team, man. Colts have one of the best O-lines in pro football. They have spent a lot of money on that O-line. They have spent a lot of draft capital on that O-line, so it's ready to go. Jonathan Taylor was the best running back coming out of the combine. He had the best stats. He was also
so you
the
feel
fastest.
by this next season,
Next year, he got that job to himself because Marlon Mack will be a free agent.
Marlon Mack, but
And
Marlon
he-
Mack will be that guy. I think he's gonna stay there.
I don't think he's staying.
If he stays, well then
You
you know
don't
what, he
draft-
feels comfortable. But
You don't draft Jonathan Taylor in the 2nd round if you think you have a good running back to keep. You know what I'm saying? You don't spend that draft capital of a 2nd round pick if you think you got a cold running back. Marlon Mack is one of my guys. I love Marlon Mack. Honestly, he's going way too late in drafts this year. Again, same situation with Damian Williams. Give me him. I would rather have him in the 8th round.
Marlon Mack is a flex. You talking about something?
You get man. He's going
He
in
ain't
like
gonna
the
do that.
7th, 8th round, man.
Oh, that's crazy.
He's going late.
He's going. Yes, he's going very late.
This must be
I
his
think he'll
deal.
take Sony Michelle and all that before this man. So like, yeah, man.
Exactly, man. So
so
Marlon Mack is like a huge sleeper value. Honestly, I think he's gonna be another one of those guys that creeps up boards once we get closer to a draft season. Jonathan Taylor may go down a little bit, but I think they're gonna be kind of in the same range. But right now there is a big gap in their
Huge
ADP.
gap.
Taylor's in the 4th round. Mack's like in the 9th round. That shit needs to be a lot closer. And if I had to pick, I would rather have Marlon Mack later on. That's just me because this is a rookie running back. He's not going to come in and just take over the job like that unless there's an injury. If there's an injury, changes the game.
He's like a phenom, but chances are it's gonna be Marlon Mack's job to lose. So,
Again, he's in a contract year. He wants to get paid next year. He's gonna be
he's
showing
gonna put
up.
his heart out.
He's gonna
play his heart out.
this
Is what I
year.
mean.
So yeah, again, give me all the Marlon Mack shares this year in the 8th round. I will take them all and be
He's
happy.
high on Marlon Mack, man.
Yeah, man.
He's right
You're
here.
getting a flex starter in the 8th round.
And he
You
got
can't beat
Phillip
that.
Rivers. What more do you want on the Colts?
With one of the best O-lines in the league.
All right.
But moving along to our number
19.
19, Le'Veon Bell. Oh, Le'Veon Bell, man. You think he still got it? We talked about him a little bit earlier today.
Yeah.
Le'Veon Bell, over the past 5 years, let's see, he had 3 years we had 1,200 yards or more. So, like we were talking about earlier, he's safe. And
He's safe and steady, man.
he's safe and steady. Like he's
gonna get you just. He ain't gonna be flashy
he gonna
unless he gets traded.
he gonna be a reliable flex right there. Or he said the second RB. I would feel sick if that's my second RB. If it's my flex, I would feel okay. But it's my second RB.
That's not confidence.
steady,
You
steady
want money. You
man.
want for show money.
No, he's for show money. He's just not enough of it for me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't want
Yeah.
10 or 15 points, right?
No.
Like he's never gonna be like. All right, I put it like this. Like I don't feel like he's gonna be like that week one or that like somebody gonna call you. Cause sometimes you get a phone call like, hey, you got Tyreek Hill, don't you? Like, did you see what he just did? Yeah, you see what he just did? Like, Bell's not gonna give you that. He be like, oh, he got me them consistent, 80 yards,
plays,
appreciate
3
that.
plays.
He got me another 80 yards next week, appreciate that. Like, he can give you that appreciate your money. He never gonna give
And
you.
80 yards add up, though, man.
No,
80
wait, no,
yards,
no.
80 yards in the TD.
You talking
come
my
out
money.
your
You talking
And
bullshit
TD,
money.
yeah, don't give me none of that.
Hello,
You
yeah.
want to win that week. You want to win that week, man.
Hello, man. You wish the guy
Maybe I'm
players
Bell.
got 80 yards in the TD every week.
Did you ever have Bell?
This man's won 2 games in the past 2 seasons.
More than that.
He didn't win any games last year.
So
No.
he
He had the perfect season. He went Browns on us. He should.
Yeah, but I ain't had no fucking Odell Beckham. No sack him.
He ain't had nothing.
They ain't have shit, man.
16 on the scene.
0-16, my
This
boy,
is practice,
man.
man. He
That's
gonna-
hard. That's hard work.
He got my money, y'all.
Anyway,
So how y'all feeling about anything else on Le'Veon Bell before we move on?
Le'Veon Bell
Nah.
again, man. He needs to drop a little
I'm-
bit. He's going in like the 4th
I
round.
wouldn't draft him too much down there unless
He's
he's not gonna stay on the boards for long because people know his name, but he's not playing on the damn Steelers no more. That's what people don't even understand. He don't got that man
People
with that
understand
arm.
that, but
Nah, they gonna roll that.
it comes
dice
to
and they
a
gonna
point
crack out.
where Bell becomes a good value. Bell becomes a good value once you get towards the middle of the 4th round, 5th round, around there. It gets to a point where you can't like pass him up anymore. You just got to kind of take him. He becomes a good value because
I know.
again, solid workload, and again, in fantasy football, volume is king.
Always.
Give me a guy that's on the field because he has a chance to score points. You ain't gonna get nothing on the sideline. Give me a guy that's in the game.
Yes,
And Bell's gonna be on the field 80% of the time.
yes, Lord.
Let's moving along to our next guy on the list, Todd Gurley, number
We already
18.
spoke about him, but
Just so y'all can't see our notes, but somebody put will the knee hold up. They didn't put no stats, no touchdowns. they just got one question. I feel like somebody's just buying a car and the name of the car is Todd Gurley. I don't want to know about the
Will
color.
that transmission last?
How good is that
That's fucked up, man. That wasn't me. I would have put the goddamn stat. I didn't put
train?
that.
Oh yeah, he proud over there. That boy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he right about that as
You
well.
That's the question you're asking yourself when you come
He
into
treat
looking
Todd
at.
Gurley like an old Buick.
It's kind of what he is now.
Oh.
Todd Gurley been in the league a long time and he just been cut. He got
He ain't
talent.
been in
You
the
ain't
league a
gonna
long
get
time.
cut.
3 or 4 years is not a long time.
3 or 4 years is a
He
long
just
time.
he just
That's a long time
That's
in
not
running back
he's not
years.
Julio.
That's like fucking 20
He's not
years.
Julio or none of that.
The average career is 3 years.
The average career in the NFL is 3.5 years, hello.
For them backs.
No, just
For a
in
player,
general.
period.
Just a,
Depends
Player.
Depends on the player.
We're talking about the average though.
I'm talking about
Alright.
the average NFL player that plays in the league. They get about three years. The fucking synonym for NFL is NFL.
Not for long.
Not for long. Because again, you're gonna get. That's what happens. Hello, it's just the name of the game.
Nah, I know what it stands for.
So is anybody taking Todd Gurley where he's you know, his
Hell,
I'm not
current
taking him
MVP.
early, but if he gets to like that fourth round,
Take
middle
it
of the
there,
fifth,
though.
you know, value he becomes a value pick. I'll take Gurley when he becomes a value because he has an injury history. He did land in a very good spot.
Very good.
Falcons have the quarterback. They have the
Wide receiver talent.
They have the wide receivers. That they don't really have the O-line talent, but you know they kind of can, you know, make it happen because they got everything else. You know, so but again with Gurley, he has to be a straight value pick for me. He's my flex. I will be very happy. I will not want him to be my running back 2, or much less my running back 1. I'll be very, very worried.
You fucked up your whole draft of Todd Gurley. If you finally taking a running back in the 4th round, you've been fucking up.
Yeah, because you got to get these top level running backs because they go quick. You know, once you get to like RB30, you're looking at backups.
Trish.
You know, you're looking at trash. You know, you don't want none of them as your running back 1 or 2. So.
Yes, sir. So moving along, number 17 on the list, the good man David Johnson, DJ. Hello, how you feel about DJ, man? I know you used to love
you know
Cardinals,
what, man?
man.
See, on the last season, he was on the Cardinals. I didn't believe him at all. I had him on my squad.
Why'd you draft him?
Man, I thought he was gonna get money. I thought him and goddamn Larry Fitzgerald were gonna get some cash flow for the Yale All-Stars 2.0, 3.0.
It's like
however you want to call it.
It's like the Yale JV.
But now everybody's high on Cooks. Everybody's high on Cooks and fucking DJ all of a sudden. But last season y'all didn't want him. What happened now? Yeah, because they changed
I think
teams.
DJ fits into this team better than the Cardinals team last year. The
so.
Cardinals scheme.
I hope so.
He fits into the scheme. I think DJ is going to be just fine. He's another
If he
another
stays
value
healthy,
player.
like y'all saying.
Got to stay healthy. That's the big key. Can he stay healthy?
Yes, Houston, you know, Texans, you know what I'm saying? So, like, he's getting drafted way higher, I believe, than other places. But, yeah, he's going in that same area, and, like, how you'll say, volume and
Check
scheme.
this.
If he can stay healthy,
Texans made Carlos Hyde a 1,000-yard rusher last year. You mean to tell me they can't make David Johnson?
Oh, no. If you got talent, they'll get you in there.
They
They put that rock in your hand.
David Johnson is a lot better than Carlos Hyde on Carlos Hyde's best day. You know, so he's clearly a better talent. You know, so again, if he can just stay healthy, he's going to get 250 touches to 300 touches.
I think you can get minimum 800 yards.
He's going to get
Easy.
He stays healthy. He's going to be a top. He stays healthy. He's an RB1.
Oh, if you can, yeah. I mean, he has
stays
that
healthy.
potential.
He is a 1. He's going to probably get about 1,200 yards. He stays healthy. Total scrimmage yards, if he stays healthy, he might get 1,500 scrimmage yards this year. Because David Johnson is a magician in that backfield. His best attribute.
I don't know about that. You better wish and pray on a fucking falling
Don't you
star.
be mad just because he fucking got injured when you had him.
No,
David
he just
Johnson-
didn't. He just wasn't doing his thing on the big points like the way they say. The way they say y'all.
Because he didn't fit with that team. They just had a fucking head coaching change.
When they got rid of Josh Rosen,
A whole
so they
scheme.
had fucking goddamn Kyler
Josh
Murray.
Rosen was a bum. Is he even in the league anymore?
Yes, he is. He plays for the fucking Dolphins.
Okay, is
You
he?
don't know shit.
Okay.
Is he the starting quarterback?
And what did the Dolphins do with their first round pick this year?
They picked.
Tua. Okay, so if they got something in Josh Rosen,
Testify.
why would they pick up Tua with the 5th pick? If you know, if you got something in Josh Rosen.
Because they want to put Tanner Trill first.
Tannetrell ain't even on that team no more, sir.
No, that's Patrick.
Fitzy.
Fitzmagic.
So I think Fitzy's better than
Fitzy.
Fitzy is better than
Josh Rosen. 'Cause he's
Josh
a bum.
Rosen. Josh Rosen is
You
a
got to
bum.
give him a chance, though, man. Just because on one team
He's
you ain't
been
do.
given chances.
When you just because you go to one team, that don't mean
we got
shit.
to Ryan Fitzpatrick
Sometimes you just
And
gotta know a player
and
is a
Miami
bum,
quarterbacks.
and he's
and
I
Ryan
know that,
has
but on
faith
one
in
team,
them.
just because that
Don't
don't
know why.
mean nothing.
he's been on like 3 teams already, sir. And he's
Well,
been in the
I
league
was
like
gonna
2 years, so he
That's
sucks.
not enough. time.
Anyway, moving along, DJ, another value play. He's
Very
going a little bit
strong.
earlier than the other guys. I would not even be thinking about David Johnson in the 3rd round. I was
Oh,
thinking
now
about
you
him in
don't
the
think
4th
about
round.
him, but in real football, you you speak highly about him. I understand.
I speak highly on him, but again, I say all this if he stays healthy. And David Johnson is more injury prone than Todd Gurley. So
Todd Gurley done. He's not going to get
exactly. So man, you know, if we're saying Todd Gurley's done, David Johnson's probably right there with him. But I think David Johnson doesn't have arthritis, so he has a chance to get that Toradol shot.
Times he got hurt from,
he get that Toradol shot in his body, feel good on that Sunday, and he can move along.
She said he's got good for one day for me, boy.
Be good on Sunday, like LT. Be good on Sunday, baby. Just give me Sunday.
There you go. Moving along to our list, number 16. Jacksonville's.
Their one and only talent, Leonard Fournette. Boy, I wish Fournette was on another team, baby.
That shit hurts.
Fournette's one of my favorite players.
I hate seeing a cold motherfucker on the Chiefs squad. Like, what the fuck is y'all doing over
He would be Zeke Elliott if he was on a team with a O-line. He has that kind of talent. He's just wasting away over there. But again, he has that volume and he stays pretty healthy. Last year he stayed pretty healthy all season. You know, he wasn't flashy for you, but you know, you had him at your RB2. You kind of weren't too upset because he just gave you solid production. He did not have hardly any touchdowns last year. I think he had.
He's had less than 10 touchdowns in the last 2 years. So like that's what's really hurting him. But he's had 2,000-yard seasons.
I seen a stat the other day. He has the most red zone touches. Too.
That's fucking horrible.
He has the most red zone touches. It's just his team is just such garbage.
Yeah.
You know, he's playing behind a J.
I don't know if they tanking over there.
It's like Gill Street Jaguars over there.
With no
so y'all heard him, boys. He's talking shit on the Gill Street All-Stars, man.
Gill Street All-Stars, man.
0-16,
man. They're probably gonna be tanking for Lawrence this year. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, man.
That's gonna be a team. Honestly, I have Fournette in my keeper league. I'm gonna be trying to flip him this year. I like Fournette a lot. But I'm trying to get rid of him because I don't really want to deal with him.
That's smart. Go ahead and flip him for a little something better.
I'm going to try to, man. I'm going to try to get somebody.
You don't want to keep the same person on there and he ain't producing what.
But yeah, moving along to another guy. This is my guy, Miles Sanders on the Eagles. He has this job clearly hands down right now. I really hope they do not sign Devontae Freeman. But last year he had 818 yards, 3 touchdowns, 50 catches for 509 yards and 3 touchdowns. He had over 50 catches last year as a rookie. I know the whole team got hurt last year, but he's shown that he can be that guy.
He's that shining spot.
Exactly. He had 1,300 yards from scrimmage last year. That's a
lot of fucking yards.
It's a shining spot. Plus, he was Saquon Barkley's backup back at Penn State, so he has that talent. Plus, he learned from one of the best running backs in the league. If I can get Miles Sanders in the second round, I'm going to be very happy.
In the second round?
He's going to be going in the second round, sir.
You really think so?
The second round?
That's you. That's his ADP right now.
The second round.
You got to value the ADP. You got to look at who posted that.
Miles Sanders is going like around 20.
That's fucking crazy. On
the first round? On the first round?
13. He had 13.
No, I understand what you just said. Okay. I guess I'm just thinking of all the top. I'm thinking of all the top like receivers, running backs, quarterbacks, and everything.
There's plenty more than that.
I would take nobody
in a 12-team league.
12-man
league. He's like number 20 right now.
Fuck no.
Nah.
The third, maybe middle third.
Boston Scott is going to take touches from him,
bro.
Boston Scott is going to take.
I'm looking at.
Jordan Howard is gone.
We have 14 running backs alone above him.
Mm-hmm. That's like what?
It's a 12-team man.
I guarantee you, all these guys ahead of him are gone in the second, first and second.
Yeah, I see those people going in the second. Yeah. But I can think of like 10 receivers, maybe 8 receivers, and like maybe 2-3 quarterbacks to be gone before him. So that leaves him to me in the third. That's where I would take him.
He'll be gone.
If he's gone, I would say Sanders, but I would think he'd be in the third.
I'm not saying
second round, maybe like the 15th, not even maybe the 10th.
If you catch him on that back end of the second, I mean that would be the earliest I can see somebody taking him. I mean not the earliest.
Back end of the second, man, you're looking at some. You're looking at some some guys you're like, do I really want this guy to be number 2? Like, Miles Sanders is, man, he flashes on film too, man. He really shines.
No, he's cold, but I'm just not.
Again,
that
13.
Cold. That ain't the cold you
No,
want.
understand what you just
Part
said.
time, he didn't even have that job till halfway through the season. He was hurt a couple weeks as well. I should have looked up how many games he played, but he had over 50 catches as a rookie for 500 yards. He's gonna get somewhere. I think he's gonna get around 30. He might honestly may get about the same too, because Alshon Jeffrey always gets hurt, and they got Deshaun Jackson. He always gets hurt. Honestly, man, he may be cut here in a couple days. Because of what he said, but who knows what's going to happen with that situation. But
who with Jeffries?
No, with
Deshaun Jackson.
Deshaun Jackson.
Oh yeah. Oh no, let that go.
Anyway, but again, he may be in line for another 50 catch season. You get someone that's getting 50 catches in a PPR league. I mean, that's solid.
Some racking up shit.
That's some racking up them points, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just off the fucking catching. Then he's running the ball too. So Miles Sanders in the second, that's a solid pick to me. Again, because honestly, they just can't sign a running back. If they sign a running back, he's gonna drop down to that 3rd round. But as is, he's a solid
Eagles should have got
late second
running
round
back.
pick.
Eagles should have got a fucking rookie running back or something fresh. But,
they drafted him last year, sir.
Man, I'm talking about for this.
Yeah, he's a 2nd-year runner.
No, I'm
That's
talking
about
for
as
this.
fresh as this
You
year.
want a new running back every year?
No, but for your pick that they gave him, for the picks that they had, they should have took another running back, new one.
So you want a running back every year?
Not.
They just got him last year, and you're not happy with that. So do you? What's
another one?
So you want another running back every year?
Not every year, just one more.
Right.
It's not just to make sure you're good.
So moving along to the next man,
Security
number
policy.
14, Kenyon Drake.
This is another one of my guys. Last year,
Now he loves the Cardinals.
Yeah, well, LO, I like players, LO. I like one team in this
He
league.
don't like team. He don't
Other
like
than that, I like
player.
players. That's how it should be.
It's called fantasy football, not fucking get everybody from one team ball.
Exactly.
Oh
sir.
yeah, I know it.
LO, you kind of lose when you get 3 players from one team. It's kind of bad.
And you be
bad
getting the trash ass niggas from all them trash teams.
Anyway. We're here. Should name the team that next
Just
year.
want to drop your nuts. G, can you speak on Kenyon Drake, please?
Kenyon Drake, man. Once he got out of Miami, man, he shined brightly, sir. Once he got away from Adam Gase. Adam Gase, boy.
Crazy, I guess.
How the fuck does he still have a job? I'm shocked about that. But last year he had 817 yards, 8 touchdowns, 50 catches on 349 yards. He had 50 catches last year.
Another 50 catch man.
Another 50 catch man. He had over 1,100 yards, somewhere around there. 1,100 yards from scrimmage, 8 touchdowns on a job he didn't get till later on in the year because he was traded mid-season. So I think this is a guy that's going to completely explode this year just because of the situation he's in.
The fact they got D-Hop over there too,
That
opens up
opens
to the
up
whole
so
goddamn
much
fucking
stuff.
playbook.
That opens up so much for him.
And then you have a running quarterback, a mobile quarterback as well.
That
So
opens
like,
up so much more stuff.
Kenyon Drake has so much more opportunity to do
so much
more.
upside. He has such a high ceiling.
Huge
this year.
ceiling.
So he can easily be a top 5 pick. If I'm looking at him early 2nd round, he's gone. I'm taking him. If I'm late in the draft, I'm in like 8 to 10, 8 to 12. I'm taking. I'm taking
When they
Drake
come
over
back to you,
second.
you're gonna need that other running back. It's gonna be, like you said, it's gonna be him, probably Sanders and Fournette, and I'll be goddamn if I take Fournette out of in that little area.
Fournette's gonna go later than him.
I'm saying when it comes to like running back depth, like if you're looking for that third
You're
one,
gonna be surprised
or that
about
second, third
Drake
one.
this year. There's gonna be some people this year that's gonna take Drake in the first.
No, people have. People believe in him that much, man.
People believe in the talent, So
That depends on them. They want to roll that dice, but Drake got it.
moving along to our number 13, Austin Eckler.
Off the Rams.
That man showed out and surprised the whole league last year.
Yeah, man.
He was RB6 last year. You think he's gonna finish anywhere near that this year? Melvin's out the picture.
I think he has a chance to. I think he's gonna have a lot more work. They got that youngster at QB.
What's his name is gone though now. Rivers is gone.
once again, they got that youngster. I always see, we have like a younger quarterback. They like to use the tight end or the running back, to help them out and get that, get the ball moving, get the offense flowing. So if he can keep up anything what he did last year, and increase that volume, I think he'll be a damn good pick. Will he be top 5 or top 6? I'm not sure, but I think he'll finish in the top 10 for sure.
I'm honestly avoiding Eckler with everything this year.
Why is that?
It's
too many new moving pieces for you.
They got Tyrod Taylor over there. He's a bum. He sucks. They got a new O-line over there. Melvin's gone. I just don't think he's gonna do the same thing he did last year. I just don't see it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'm not a real.
They gotta fix that quarterback situation over there first.
I just don't, man. Like I would take Drake over him. I would take Sanders over him. I would take
he's gonna be
Johnson
way down in the draft.
He's a solid second round pick, man. Just because of what he did last year, man. But
he's not.
That's what I'm saying. But he don't have that quarterback no more.
He don't have that quarterback.
It's gonna be a mystery. It's gonna be a mystery what the Chargers are gonna do. They better charge it to the game and get something going right now. For real.
Tyrod's biggest strength is throwing the ball downfield. He's not really a check down guy. That's where Eckler gets a lot of his work is, check downs and run those little slants and all that. So I'm just not. I don't know, man. Just the whole Chargers team in a whole. I'm just trying to avoid that team. That's gonna be a bad team this year.
Ain't too much right there. Ain't too much to talk about.
That's a bad team, man. I just really want to avoid.
That's not hating, man. It's just.
I just like avoiding bad teams on bad situations.
Yeah, man.
Especially when this is a PPR guy. This is not a guy that's gonna get up 200 touches. This guy did all his damage in the passing game last year. He wasn't that guy that was, getting 200 touches. He made a career year last year. What did he get, Elo? Look it up right quick if you don't mind.
Austin Eckler?
Yeah, Eckler.
Where's it?
He had a monster season last year. He was the RB6 last year.
For what, his yards?
Just his stats last year.
It was 132 attempts. I got it right here. Eckler.
See, he had 92 receptions, man. I don't think he's getting 92 receptions again this year.
After Phillip Rivers left his
ass.
Just in case you didn't understand what just happened, we were talking about the other two running backs that had 50 receptions. This man had 92. That's damn near double their work.
Double their work, man. And he had not updated on mine, but he had 132 attempts for 557 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 92 receptions, man. He gets his work in the passing game. He's probably one of the best scat backs in this league. Again, PPR league, I'm all third round. I'm getting them, but it'll have to be third round. I'm not getting them in second. How about you, Chris? What you think?
Same there. I wouldn't. I think that RB2 spot is very important. I think you need your first two. I think your first two running backs are like the meat and potatoes on your whole damn team.
It's the heart of your team, man.
Yeah, if you look down and like I always say, if you look in the 5th and the 6th round or whatever, and you look up and you got one solid running back, like you got that one RB1, I think that
one RB1 better be like McCaffrey or
Barkley, Elliott. It got to be
someone in that top 5.
But if you look down and if you got all the way and like Eckler's off the,
I want to be confident with Eckler being my number 1 RB.
Yeah, I think you're in
RB2,
bad shape.
Be cool.
And I think you're in very bad shape. But
because I think last year was his best year of his career. Honestly, I think that was just a career year for him. Rivers is old. He can't really throw the ball down
he's gone. He's gonna be stuck on the coach.
He can't throw the ball downfield like he used to, so he was checking down a lot. Plus, they had a garbage O-line, so he may still have some.
I think he'll be in the top 10, but
I think he's gonna have around 60 catches this year. But I don't think he's gonna have 92
that's
catches.
That's still damn good too. No, 92, no.
60 catches
60
is still
something
good.
Still, yeah.
But solid 3rd round pick though.
Already.
Just because.
Moving along on the list. Number 12, the good man Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He was running back last year for
a rookie.
LSU.
A rookie in our top 12, man.
As a rookie in our top 12, y'all don't know, he went to Kansas City Chiefs, a.k.a. over there with Pat Mahomes and a high-powered offense. His last year in college, he had 1,414 yards, 16 touchdowns, and the year before that, he had 7 touchdowns. That boy is a beast, once again, on a high-powered offense. The only person he's fighting for time right now is old Damian Williams.
He ain't old, man. He's kind of in his athletic prime. He's only like 25, 26. He ain't that old, man.
I'm not saying old, like I'm saying old Damian Williams, like
old buddy,
like old fake, old buddy. But like, yeah, man, to be like he said, to be a rookie in the top 12.
That's chosen.
Man.
He's chosen.
Yeah, man.
They know what they're doing. They got.
Do you think he gonna be dropped this year?
Who?
Clyde Edwards.
Oh, after the
dropped.
He's saying after the practice season.
Somebody could drop him by week 4.
Not me.
I could see somebody getting him early and then think
Nah,
he's
me.
trash.
I would be scared to draft a rookie, man, for real, because you don't know what's going on.
I guarantee you, there's gonna be some leagues this year where someone takes.
I want to be in them leagues.
Someone's gonna take him early, and then they're gonna see he ain't getting no work. They're like, oh, what the fuck? I just wasted this high pick on this guy that ain't even playing.
And I have a check on him.
And then he's gonna get dropped.
I have a check and get alert when he get dropped.
Oh yeah. And then probably about week 7, week 8, he's gonna take over the job.
They're looking at the waivers as soon as someone drops.
We call it the waiver warriors. And we looking at the waiver, baby. Is what we do. Every
time at 12 o'clock.
It's getting free money. Why not get free money?
Exactly. So Clyde Edwards, man. Where would you take Clyde? Because he's up high on this list. Where would you take Clyde?
Oh, if you getting Clyde Edwards, he ain't making no later to the late 3rd. And I'm being generous. I can see boys taking him in the 2nd. I think he's a 2nd round pick.
Take him now.
Huh?
I'm gonna never take him early.
I just once again,
you gotta
too
be
early for
real
me.
gutsy. You gotta be real fucking hard headed.
This is played. I always fall in love with these rookie running backs. I always want to take them early. Give me that rookie running back in the 4th round. But this year I'm gonna change up my strategy, man. I'm gonna go in and get that proven talent in the 4th round. I'm gonna get if I'm looking at Clyde Edwards in the 3rd round, I'll take Fournette, David Johnson. I'll probably even take. I'll take Carson over him too. But yeah, again, it's
whoa. Between Clyde Edwards and David Johnson, you taking David Johnson?
I would take David Johnson in the 3rd round because I don't think Clyde Edwards will be there in the 3rd round.
Hypothetically, if he was, who would you take?
I want to take either one.
And that's why you own 16. G, who would you take?
I'll
probably take Clyde Edwards. I ain't gonna lie. In the 3rd round, I'm probably taking Clyde Edwards.
That boy's gonna be looking at you like, you ain't gonna take me, bro. You ain't gonna take the high ceiling, dog.
Rookie.
I'm gonna take the high ceiling.
We don't know what that ceiling is until he gets on that.
Don't you be lying to yourself talking about you gonna take this man. I mean, take DJ over this man.
Y'all heard him, man. Y'all heard him live on camera.
I just don't think Clyde Edwards is gonna be that guy.
Y'all gotta be careful with the rookies. You don't just draft him.
He's gonna be sitting on your bench for half the season, and if you take him early, that can cripple your team. So I really don't even want to take him. I kind of want to wait and see what he does.
Exactly.
But you can't. You don't have the luxury of waiting to see what he does because you're gonna be on somebody else.
They ain't gonna want to take him though like that. His value right there in that slot right there is not.
It's too high. It's too high for my blood. If I had to pick between him and Damian Williams, I would take Damian Williams in like the 7th, 8th round. I'll take that
Damian Williams.
all day.
That's money right
all
there.
All day, twice on Sunday. Give me Damian Williams in the 8th. I would gladly take that over him. But Clyde Edwards-Helaire, do not get it twisted. That guy's gonna be that guy next year.
Oh yeah, man.
Once Damian Williams is out the picture,
they're gonna give him a shot to be that man.
It's not gonna come till later on in the season, though. So that's why I'm saying it's gonna be a couple of leagues where this guy's gonna get dropped. You need to scoop his ass up off that waiver and put him on your bench. Because I think later on in the year he's gonna take over that job, and he's not gonna look back. But
might get you into the playoffs. Might win you a chip. You never know.
He might win you a chip, man.
But moving along, number 11 on our list, good man Chris Carson. G, you want to speak on him?
Chris Carson has been that 6th round pick. They had Rashad Penny taken in the 1st round. That man came in the 6th round, completely overtook that job. Last 2 years, he's had over 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns. Honestly, he's coming off of hip surgery. Hip, man. That's scary, boy. I don't like that at all. I had him last year. He got hurt week 17 last year, and they had to go in and bring in Marshawn Lynch off the fucking waiver.
Beast mode.
That man was doing commercials, and they brought his ass in. But yeah, fucking Chris Carson. If he's there in like the third round, I'll take him. I would honestly want him to be my third running back. I wouldn't want him to be my RB2 because I think Seattle's going to have to throw the ball a lot this year. That defense is really bad. They lost Clowney.
No better.
They lost Clowney. They lost their best second. They lost Quentin Dunbar. They
Damn.
lost him as well.
Seahawks lost a lot of people, man.
Seahawks have lost a lot of players on that defense. They're going to have to throw the ball a lot. So
just another stat, a little bit off subject. The good man Russell Wilson, he got sacked the most times last year. I think Russell,
the shittiest line in the league.
He got sacked 48 times. Once again, 48 times. Somebody came through that line and knocked Russell Wilson the fuck up. Knocking the fuck out. That's horrible, bro.
Yeah, even the Rams went against them. That's something you don't want to talk about right there.
That's not good. You know what I'm saying? So
if the Rams beat you, you're doing bad because everybody knows the Rams ain't shit.
No.
So again, I think Chris Carson a little bit high on this list. I would rather have Clyde Edwards over him, to be honest with you. Drake.
So again, it's back
Miles
to the rookie.
Sanders.
Back to the rookie.
Yeah, because I just think coming off of hip surgery. Man,
oh, if Clyde Edwards there and Carson is there, that's a no-brainer. I'm taking Clyde Edwards. Like, if he's still there, yeah. Sorry to say.
Chris Carson got that
especially
job
for that number 3. If he's there for that, if I got 2 solid running backs, and then Clyde Edwards is there for the third, I feel like I'm just about to take y'all boys' money. That's how I feel in any league.
Straight up. Yeah, but moving along to another my guy. It's my boy Nick Chubb. I think he's going to be another high-profile pick. He's going to be a top-flight player this year. Last year he had over 1,400 yards. And you think he's going to have over 12 touchdowns this year?
No. I think the good man Kareem Hunt gonna try and take some of that workload. I think he'll have maybe 9, may even have 10. But yeah.
I think Kareem Hunt's good, but I think Nick Chubb is better runner. I think
pure runner, that's what you're looking for.
Pure runner, Chubb is a better pure runner.
No,
but as far as like
as
far as a scat back catching the ball, Hunt's better. But as far as just a pure workhorse running back, give me Nick Chubb all day. I have Nick Chubb in the early second round. You get him there, you're gonna be quite happy.
Very.
Yeah, he's gonna be a baller this year. That man has his workout videos. Man, is lifting up some stupid weight.
That boy's just a tight, compact, no homo dude. Yeah, man. He built. He's built to he looks like the Juggernaut, man. Like he's built to just keep going and go through your soul, man.
He's built to play in cold weather.
Yeah.
That is a cold weather back if I ever seen one.
Yeah, Cleveland's freezing balls over there.
Oh yeah, that's the perfect running back to have over there.
Yeah, man.
Moving along to our number 9, we in the top 10.
Ooh.
Moving along to Josh Jacobs.
My boy right here, Josh Jacobs, man. I had that boy last year, man. Had him for his rookie campaign.
He got his heart, man.
Just like a couple of other boys we named, he is the number 1 running back over there. There's nobody else to take that job. And Gruden loves running that rock.
So you mean to tell me DeAndre Washington ain't gonna take his job?
Ain't too many players. Ain't too many bad motherfuckers. I'm gonna tell you like this, Grady. There ain't too many bad motherfuckers on the Raiders, people. Come on,
DeAndre Washington ain't that guy.
Going with good man Josh Jacobs.
Ain't too many bad motherfuckers on the Raiders.
I hate on your punk ass Sanders and all the most.
Raiders gotta prove themselves.
I'm just joking, man.
Nah, Raiders gotta prove themselves.
He got that job, man. That's his job.
Raiders gotta prove themselves, man.
Last year was his rookie year. He had 7 touchdowns and over 1,100 yards. Think he can do his goddamn thing, man. And he played with, I believe, like a broke shoulder last year.
Broke shoulder.
Boy wouldn't really take no time off. He was like, I want to play coach, and
he gets some receiving work this year. He'll be top 6 running back, top 7.
Easy.
You know, he just got to get that reception work. If he gets over 50 targets, somewhere around there, he's gonna be a diamond in the rough, man. Especially on your team.
Yes, Lord. Moving along. Number 8 on the list.
Man.
Aaron Jones, man.
League leading guy with touchdowns. He's number 8. He led the league. He led the league for running backs with touchdowns. He
tied the league with CMC.
Oh, he tied.
Damn.
I think they both had 16 apiece.
I think he had 19 total.
Okay, there you go. They tied on rushing touchdowns. My bad. But if he beat fucking CMC. I did not know that. Mm-hmm. That's saying a lot.
CMC was that guy, man. He never took a break. Aaron Jones, though, man, people are kind of sleeping on him this year. I don't think that running back that they drafted in the second round is really going to be taking a lot of his work because you just don't sit a superior talent. You know, you can give him the ball. You don't sit a guy that got you 19 touchdowns last year. He's shown that he can be that guy. Why are you going to give him less work?
Why are you going to give him less work?
Why? It doesn't make any sense. I don't know why people are bringing him down. He needs to kind of move up a little bit, to be honest with you.
Who would you move him ahead of?
It's a tough list.
I would keep him right there. I would keep him.
Well, I'll move him up a spot at least. And I
Above.
would.
Okay.
I would take him over Henry, too.
Over Henry.
I understand.
Okay.
Henry has a lot
I can
of-
sit with that. I can sit with
understand
that.
that.
I can live with that.
I
can
can't
live
knock
with
it, especially with the fact that like Green Bay didn't really like focus on improving their fucking offense. So like, yeah, they pretty much in my eyes gonna have the
There's
same.
one little bad stat, though, I seen.
What you got?
He got the majority. He got a big chunk of his yardage when Devontae
Cut.
Adams was out.
Cut.
So that's kind of like, you don't know about that. You don't know if it's going to be the
Eating into
same,
his money
same
like a rat.
circumstance this year,
But that's
but
probably why he number 8.
this might be why they moved him down a little bit. But still,
He got rat
19
face.
touchdowns. You give that guy the ball. He had over 1,000 yards last year. You know, so hey, I'm keeping him. He is my keeper. You know, I've kept him the last 3 years. He ain't going anywhere this year.
I had him the year before, I think his rookie campaign, and people were trying to get him from me because I think he was like on the bench or suspended, something like that.
Hey, you know,
And
man.
He's on the
And he
bench.
just
That's a
boomed.
warrior on
Matthew
the
Berry
bench.
has for fucking campaigns.
Don't ever
Free
leave no
Aaron
damn bad
Jones,
motherfuckers on the bench.
Free Aaron
Free Aaron
Jones.
Jones, man, stuff like that. So he got that talent, man.
So a lot of people had him on the bench, locked down, and they weren't.
He just wasn't getting the ball. You know what I'm saying? They were
Yeah,
giving
I
him the
understand
ball
that.
and
About
all
2
that.
years ago, a year ago, it wasn't the same.
He was
Now it's a
small.
different story.
Yeah, man.
It's just a lot of people don't think he can handle a full workload. I think. he
Yeah,
can.
I mean, I tried to get him on my team, but that was 2 years ago or a year ago. So it's kind of hard to just get him in that mode.
Draft him with your number 1 this year, although you won't be upset.
No, I got you one.
Moving along to our
Number
number
7 on the
7 list. Joe Mixon. Last year he had such a bad year. He got
That's
cut
your guy.
in
That's
my
your guy.
league. And I
That's your
scooped him up.
guy. You speak highly about Mr. Mixon.
But Mixon is probably one of the 5 best pure talent running backs in the league today.
Oh yeah.
If you put him in a different situation, if you put him on Dallas, oh my God, he's gonna be
That
killing.
would be.
He
a
would
dream.
be absolutely
The Marco
insane.
numbers.
It'll be, man, be crazier numbers than that, man. Mixon is a special talent. Last year he had over 1,000. He had 1,100 yards. I think this year he's going to finish in the top 5. Next year he'll be a rock solid top 5 pick. I really don't think he's going to hold out this year too. He wants to get paid, but you really can't hold out no more because of the new CBA. But this year I think you get him at the back end of the first round, you're going to be happy. I don't think he's
100%.
you get him back into the first, and then you couple him with a Josh Jacobs or a Nick Chubb. You get him as your 1-2, or a Drake. You get them 2 as your core. You're gonna be quite happy. So Mixon to me this year is gonna. Honestly, I think he's gonna kind of be around Gurley numbers this year. From like
Good girly.
good Gurley numbers.
Oh,
Forgive
He's
me
gonna
for
be
saying it
great.
like that. Yeah,
He's gonna be
girly.
good.
we know it, man. That was before
gonna have
Gurley
You
got
know,
hurt.
the girl that y'all had to play for y'all that y'all
Oh
played.
yeah, he did his thing.
That
Just like,
girly.
just like they got rid of Devin Cook.
Gurley before the arthritis. But yeah, Mixon is, man, I'm really high on him, man. I think I see big things from him this season. I think that whole offense as a whole is just going to be light years better than it was last year. Last year they had just a garbage team. It was bad out there. They didn't have A.J. Green. They didn't have Andy Dalton starting. Who was starting out there for him last year?
It was Dalton and then
It was
somebody
Dalton,
else.
then he got benched. They had this other guy out there playing. I forgot his name.
Damn, I don't even remember his name. I
Was
never
it a
even
veteran?
looked
It was
No,
like a
hell
rookie
no.
guy or something. I forget his name, but he was really bad. It was one of the reasons why they got the number 1 pick. But yeah, even with all that, if you had Joe Mixon going down the stretch last year, you probably won your fantasy championship just because of how good he was playing towards the end of the season. He turned it on in the second half of the year.
Already.
Plus, he stays healthy. This is something that a lot of these running backs you can't really say about.
Oh, speaking of that, number 6 on the list.
Number 6.
Perfect timing, Mr. Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin Cook. Man.
Dalvin Cook finally had his booming year last year. He's number 6 on the list. That's how damn good his year was, and everybody's been waiting for this man to go off.
Do you want him at number 6 though? That's really where he's going in drafts.
No.
I wouldn't really want to.
I'm kind of trying to skip over Dalvin Cook. If he falls to me, he falls to me. But if he does fall to me,
Dalvin Cook is going to be staring at you with that 6th, 7th pick. You're going to have your Dalvin Cook or one of these top end receivers. Who would you rather have, a top end receiver, or would you rather be dealing with Dalvin Cook's injury history?
it depends when I'm drafting. I think if I'm
Be like 6 or 7. That's
6 or 7. If somebody
that's
like
kind of where he's going off the board. You know, you're gonna have one receiver going.
it'll be a DeAndre Hopkins, Tyreek Hill, and him in that area. I think that's who'll be popping up around 6 or 7. I ain't gonna lie, I'll probably take the security of that one of them receivers, man. I think I'll be that first man to take a receiver off the board after Michael Thomas. No, but once again, he's only had one healthy year, man. And I don't want to. This year,
that's not good.
He's only been this is his 3rd year.
3rd year. That's what I'm saying. But like, I feel.
Last year he was
he was that dude. But watch what I'm about to say.
He was out there with CMC last year.
Imagine you can have the chance to have like Tyreek Hill or DeAndre Hopkins or something like that. And all the other running backs are gone. Mm-hmm. You want one of them, or you rolling the dice on Cook? That's what I'm saying. I would go for the upside of Hopkins
don't roll no dice on no Cooks.
over
no Cook.
I'm different. I would kind of take Cook if I'm staring at 6 or 7 because I want that RB.
No Brandon, no Dalvin.
Cooks,
those two
Cooks,
stay away.
If Cooks is healthy, he's better than those guys.
Oh, he is, yeah.
That's the main thing. If he's healthy for the whole season, he's gonna give you.
He's a top 5 running back if he's healthy.
And give me a RB that gets 250 points over a wide receiver that gets 250 points all day. I'll take that. Give me that running back because there's gonna be fewer of those, and there will be and there'll be more receivers.
I guess those are the. I ain't gonna say the last stuff. But I feel like those are like in that upper echelon of wide receiver that you could take in that spot and nobody look at you crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like
upper echelon is poor.
That's only like I look at like 3 to 4.
Cook is gonna slip in some drafts this year.
Yeah.
He's gonna be going.
Depending on how those owners feel.
If you're staring at him in the 10th pick.
It depends how those owners feel.
Would you rather have Cook or one of these other running backs?
If Dalvin Cook is there right there and you have the 10th pick and you don't get Dalvin Cook, oh man, I feel as you've messed up because when your turn comes back around, you can still get whatever you want. You can still get another running back.
Top-flight running back for insurance.
Yeah, man. You could.
I doubt he'll be there, but I think
hypothetically, if you got Dalvin Cook in a 9th, 10th pick, you could come around that 2nd round and still you can still get Chubb, Carson, Clyde Edwards. You could get Kenyon Drake. Like let's say you get Kenyon Drake and Dalvin Cook. I would be real high on Drake. That's just me, because I've seen his.
I think Drake is going to be the Cook of this year.
Hell yeah! What man? I would drive Drake before Cook all the way. Dalvin Cook way before Dalvin Cook all the way.
None of that injury history, man. But Cook was setting the league on fire, man. There's a reason why he's number 6 on this list.
Yeah, he's a cold motherfucker, man. I'm just saying, like. If it was me,
you just gotta worry about that injury history, man.
Injury history that he wanna.
And again, this year with COVID and everything, they're talking about getting rid of the preseason. We're not gonna have that yearly running back that gets hurt in the preseason. So
there's gonna be at least a couple preseason games, about 1 or 2.
They're talking about not having none.
I don't know about that. They're gonna have to have preseason games, man. What y'all think?
Shit,
that's the way they figure out. This is the way they figure out what rookies they're going to keep. They've
already canceled 2 of them.
I don't know about that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hello, I'm telling you.
2 that have gotten canceled.
I never heard none of that.
Well, I don't know what you've been watching. Sir,
on the basketball, they're going to do fucking 2.
Talking about basketball.
And on football, they're going to have to play preseason game at least 1 or 2.
They're talking about getting rid of it, man.
I don't know.
They're talking about going straight. I think they are too, but they're talking about going straight into the season. If they do that, I think that's a big mistake because you're going to have all these rookies.
A couple preseason games. 1, 2, or 3.
Hello, this is
The
not
most.
coming. I'm not just blowing this out. They're talking about cutting the preseason. I was talking about that the other day.
We'll see. We'll see what the fuck happens with whatever.
Moving along. Number 5 on the list.
Time and shit.
Derrick Henry. G, how you feeling about him?
I wouldn't want to take him with my first or second round pick, especially in a PPR league. But if he's there in the third, I'll take him.
Whoa. You wouldn't take Derrick Henry in the second round?
On your third?
He got to work hard.
Would you be on his third round?
Look at me in my face and say you're not taking Derrick Henry in the second round.
There's going to be a time. He's getting older. He takes a beating every fucking year. It's going to be a time when that catches up to him. And I just don't want to be relying on him because there's going to be those weeks when he gets 30 fucking touches for 70 yards.
Every now and then.
He's going to get a couple of those weeks.
If 70 yards is his bad week, I
don't want that with my second pick.
Shit. I'll take the upside of Derrick Henry all day in the second round. I feel like I'm super winning. I wish a motherfucker would leave Derrick Henry in the second round. He's not going to be because he's going to be going one of the first 10 picks.
He'll be going in the first round.
I don't know. I wish I was in a league that left Derrick Henry for the second round because I would be the 100% opposite of what you're saying.
I don't know, man.
Be walking off with Alvin Kamara.
I think it's going to change. I think it's going to change. I don't think Derrick Henry is going to be that guy. I don't think a lot of people are going to draft him high.
Why don't you think he's going to be that guy, Elo?
I mean, first off, if he starts getting older, his body's not, being like it was the last couple
years. He's been getting 300 touches since he's been in high school. That's going to catch up with him soon.
But again, it's going to be this year.
Derrick Henry is kind of built different, so, may not be this year, may not be the next, but I don't know. That's just, the only guy I want on Tennessee is A.J. Brown. That's the only person I want on that team.
He loves the greens and browns.
And I'm feeling the other way. I think Derrick Henry's gonna be gone first round. No question.
I would rather have
first round. Hell no.
Over Derrick Henry.
What are you taking Derrick Henry season?
Man, probably second round, but I know he ain't gonna last there. So anybody else they can.
So you saying no first round, but
I wouldn't take Derrick Henry like that.
Over Derrick Henry, I would take Cooks, Mixon, Jacobs, Chubb, Drake, Sanders. That's it. After that, I'll take.
You take Sanders over Henry?
I would take Sanders over
because of the pass catching work.
Because of the PPR work.
I feel it. Derrick Henry's that man.
Derrick Henry doesn't get any. If Derrick Henry got PPR work, it would be different.
I think that them breakaways he be doing on boards, and the fact that he is the offense.
He has those winning weeks, but again, he has a couple weeks where he leaves them duds.
Blasphemy.
And he don't really have them boom weeks until it starts getting colder. Derrick Henry really starts getting going when it gets later in the season. Early on in the year, he has them little, he's a slow starter.
We on two different islands, y'all. I'm taking Derrick Henry. He's saying he waiting and he'd rather have AJ
I would
Brown.
wait a little while. I mean, I don't know his ADP, so I would have to go.
I'm saying AJ Brown's the only player I would like on that.
I understand what you're saying,
but I would take all those running backs I named over him.
I would take about Henry. 4 or 5 good ass people.
I would take Henry over Hilaire.
Oh.
Over Hilaire and Eckler. And then after that, that's kind of where I'm at with him. He's good. Henry's he's a damn good player. It's just he doesn't get that PPR work. That's the only reason why I don't really like him.
We're moving along on the list.
Alvin Kamara. Number 4 on the list. 14 touchdowns over the last 2 years. Last year was a down year, but
he had 14 touchdowns 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Okay, my fault. But that was over the last 2 years. Got to edit those stats a little bit, sir.
Been balling, sir.
But anyway, over the last 2 years, 14 TTDs. He had a historic touchdown rate before last year. It was bonkers, but I think this year he's going to be a bounce back year. He wants to get that CMC money, and the Saints have one of the best O-lines in football.
Got to protect them old dudes, man.
Yeah, man. Kamara's going to be that guy this year. I think he's going to be flirting with 20 touchdowns this year.
Oh, I hope the fuck so. I hope he steps up like you say.
I really think he's going to be flirting with 20 touchdowns. Drew Brees is getting older, and they're going to want to run the ball a little bit more. So, Alvin Kamara, the 4th pick, honestly, I would take him. I'm kind of looking at him as my second pick this year, to be honest with you.
You taking him over other 2 dudes?
I'll take him over the other 2 dudes.
Already.
Just because he wants to get paid. and they're in a better situation.
I think in that area right there, you just splitting hairs, or however you want to say
You're
it.
kind of splitting hairs right there. Those top 4 guys, besides our number 1, those 3 guys below him, you're kind of just splitting hairs.
Yes, sir. So moving on to that 3rd pick, the good man out of Dallas, Zeke Elliott.
Zeke, man.
Last year, the
I
boy
heard
had
Zeke looked kind of big.
Man, I hope he lost weight, man. I hope
that
he
Mexico Cowboy Corona Heat.
I've heard some things that Zeke.
Big Zeke.
I heard that there's a big Zeke now.
No more midriff Zeke.
Hey, man, midriff Zeke might be gone. Plus, he got that Rona this year. You don't really know how that's going to affect him, man. I've heard all kinds of crazy stories with this virus. So he's had it already. I've heard it taken away from people's stamina, affecting them a while. I don't know if that's really going to play into it come draft season, but Zeke, getting him at that 3rd RB, you're kind of locked into the production. He's going to get a lot of work. Last year was a disappointing year. I wish he did better. Last year he was kind of bad, to be honest with you. But
He had 301 attempts, 1,357 yards, 4.5 average, 12 touchdowns, and 54 receiving.
How many catches he have?
54 receptions.
54 receptions. I was surprised. That's a damn good season.
Yeah,
But
man.
it didn't seem like it. Man, I had him on my team.
He didn't have
last
too
year.
many just boom.
He didn't have them boom.
Yeah,
he had no boom.
He had the rich man's Le'Veon, just consistent there, but he's getting that money.
And he had that high price tag too.
Yeah.
Well, man, I got him late. I got him in I think I got him in the 8th round last year because he was on doing that Cabo thing.
You did get Zeke because nobody knew what the fuck he was gonna do.
So I got.
Oh,
him
that's
late.
when old man Jerry had to fly him back. And
I got
do that to
him,
sign.
and then I got Melvin Gordon in the 5th.
That shit was funny as fuck.
Yeah, but
you did
Gordon
get
wasn't
Zeke
worth
because
it.
nobody knew what the fuck he was gonna do. I don't remember where you got him, but I remember you
I think it
got.
was the 8th pick.
Yeah.
She was crazy.
Oh wait, I think it was a lot earlier than that. To be honest with you, because I think I had the 4th or 5th. I don't even remember.
You got him. He was on the board longer than he should have been there, basically, and it was a steal.
Because people
I don't remember
were,
where, but
they
it
were
was
off.
a steal.
They were really off on
Yeah, I
Elliott.
remember. Yeah, well, Elliott, he was Cabo Zeke.
He was trying to pull a damn. He was trying to put it down in the Smith type of shit.
He was trying to get paid. That's what he was.
I like Elliott, man. I think that's the
did
perfect
his job.
spot for him right there. Like you say, you picking heads for him and Kamara, but Zeke Elliott, him on that goddamn offense, yeah, you're getting good money. You can't complain
Would you
about
rather
that.
have Zeke or Michael Thomas?
Oh, I'm going for the
I'll
A1
take
running back.
Thomas.
Yeah, same man.
So moving along to number 2 on our list,
Saquon Barkley.
Saquon the Dumb.
No.
Last year he was the consensus #1 pick. Last year was an off year. He had 211 attempts, 1,003 yards, 4.6 average, pretty good average, with 6 touchdowns. Down year, of course. How many catches he have?
The same thing.
No information on that. But we'll come back to it another day. Starting out this year, Barkley has a very, very tough schedule these first 3 weeks coming out. He plays 3 of the best run defenses in the league. So it may skew his numbers a little bit, especially getting him as a number 2 overall pick. It's kind of
It was 52 receiving yards.
52 receptions.
Yeah, reception.
That's another 50 catch season for Saquon Barkley. That's elite. But yeah, again, he may be the RB1 this year. I don't think it's going to be.
I hope so. I mean, I've heard other dynasty owners and other owners that they don't feel too high on Barkley. They feel like they got screwed by him.
Barkley's.
I don't know who those owners you're talking about, but they don't know what they're talking about.
I'm not gonna say no names, but yeah.
Barkley's that guy, man.
Yeah.
He was drafted 2nd in the league for a reason. In a time where
if whoever don't believe in Saquon Barkley as a high pick, I think their team's pretty much a bum squad.
Hello, remember you gotta listen to us, man. We got the rings over here, man.
We got rings.
We got rings.
He
man.
talking to the dudes. I'm talking to y'all.
So,
we'll be
so
talking
did
to
you
him.
ever have on your team?
Who ain't never won.
Who had him on their team?
I never had him on my team because I
You
never
had him on
had
your
a high
team?
pick.
I had him on my team before and I traded him.
Why'd you trade him? You
Because I wanted Ezekiel
Someone
Elliott.
better?
Oh, you trying to talk stats or something right now? Don't do that on camera. Don't be pointing and doing that. Don't do that.
All right,
Don't
that's
do
fine.
that, dog.
That's fine.
Don't do that. Don't do
Moving
that.
along to our number one guy. It's no shocker to everybody.
CMC.
He is that guy, man. That dude there. He's a baller. I did not see that coming from him last year. He is the consensus number one this year. You won't man just go on and pick him. He has a down year. You won't even be that upset because it's still CMC.
That's your
He's still
first
gonna
pick.
ball.
That's what you get, man. If you
Gotta
don't,
get
you a fool.
CMC. Don't be cute. Just go and get him. Don't really need to go over stats because he was a bowler. You know, he did his thing. But hey, if you had anybody outside of this list, who is one guy that you would want in the later rounds?
I think we named him already.
Yeah, we named
Marlon
him.
Mack.
Mac,
I'm talking
Mac
about
Sauce.
after him. Late.
See, that running back list is thin this year.
yeah.
What's one handcuff?
Oh, I think I would die laughing getting Dobbins.
Dobbin?
I'm letting you know right now, Caesar. If you get Mark Ingram, I'm getting J.K. Dobbins just in spite of you.
Oh, okay.
Just
All right.
My guy would have to be Damian Harris. If you get him late this year, I'm rolling the dice on that guy this year.
I kind of hope he don't boom against me, but hope he do something for you, man, because you believe in that man so much.
Now, you know, I'm gonna pick him up again. If he doesn't do anything by week 1, he's gone. But again, hey, I'm gonna try him out, man. I think he's gonna have a solid little role in that offense this year. Sony cannot stay healthy, and they're gonna really want to see what they got in that guy.
This is the PlayStation.
Already. So, y'all boys got anything else y'all want to add for this week?
No, that's about it for this time.
Already. So, that's the end for y'all. I mean, that's the end for us this week. Appreciate y'all turning in. Waiver Warriors here. Check us out on Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram at Waiver Warriors with the Z. Don't forget that Z.
Please like and subscribe. It really helps us out. It helps us grow this channel. We're trying to do big things with this.
Already.
So yeah, just go on and send that support this way, man. We will really appreciate it.
Already. So it's Coach, LO, and G.
Straight over here. Y'all have a blessed evening.
See y'all next week.